Because I just booked the Intercontinental Miami Beach Ocean View Suite for $0, paid for 100% by Chase. And that's just one reason why I won't cancel this card, but we ain't done yet. In this video, I'll be going over my 10 reasons and travel hacks on why I have not and will not cancel my Chase Sapphire Reserve card, and why you may want to consider it for your card setup. But before we get into all that, hi, I'm Lonnie, and I've been travel hacking with my Chase Sapphire Reserve card for over the last 7 years. I got mine back when they offered a 100,000 point welcome bonus with a $450 annual fee. You know, the good old days. Don't go looking for that offer now, it ain't available anymore. At the time of this recording, it's 60,000 points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months with a $550 annual fee, but that's subjective. I'll unpack that in a minute, but for now, I want to cover why I won't take or book a trip without using some feature of this card. So in no particular order, here are my top 10 reasons and hacks to why I won't cancel or downgrade my Sapphire Reserve. I might also add a few point stacking tips in here too. Anyway, you ready? Number 1, travel insurance. If you've ever traveled in any form, flight, train, cruise, road trip, at some point you've encountered a disruption of some kind. Whether it be a delay, a cancellation, lost or damaged bag, or a flat tire. They can all really ruin your day. But this card comes with some of the best travel insurance on the market. Here's some examples that may or may not have saved my butt before. Primary car rental insurance, up to $75,000 of damage, allowing you to decline coverage at the rental counter. Trip cancellation or interruption reimbursement, up to $10,000 per person and $20,000 for prepaid and non-refundable trips. Trip delay reimbursement, up to $500 for delays over 6 hours. Lost and damaged luggage reimbursement, up to $3,000 in the event something happens to your checked or carry-on luggage. That's covered. Roadside assistance, jump, tow, gas, lockout, etc., up to $50 per incident 4 times a year, and that includes if you're in a rental car as well. And that's not even all of them. Just a few I've leaned on myself over the years. Okay? Number 2, the $300 annual travel credit. This credit becomes available each year on your account anniversary and is by far the easiest travel credit to use on any card, since you simply just use your card for some travel related purchase. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to use the Chase travel portal. You don't have to file a claim. The credit will just instantly come off your statement auto-magically.
You're a wizard.
Some would even consider that because of this credit, you could say your annual fee is only $250. Like I said earlier, subjective. Anyway, you don't have to use it all at once either. It'll activate for anything coded as travel. So if you're not planning for a trip, it'll work for your subway ride, Lyft, taxi, even parking garages and street parking meters. Just be aware that you will not start earning your 3 points per dollar on travel with the card until this credit is fully used up. So plan around it accordingly. You've heard me say this before, that I recommend you plan your trips in advance. Going back to how I opened this video, this is how I achieved my free night at the Intercontinental Miami the night before an upcoming cruise. Knowing when my credit would hit, I waited for it, then booked for the night before. And FYI, if you're traveling to a different city for a cruise, always show up the day before. You hear me? The ship will leave without you. Now, my cost after my status and perks was just under $300, so I booked, it's waived instantly from my statement, free room. It's that easy. Another genius hack on how you could use this credit is to plan very far out in advance, where if you have a trip that you can pay towards over time, for example, a cruise more than 12 months out, I could use my credit now, then in 12 months, when it renews, pay another $300 before the final payment is due, meaning Chase paid $600 towards that vacation. I say this because I have a friend where he and his wife double up and each have the reserve card in their 2-player strategy, and they do this. In fact, they're doing exactly this for an upcoming vacation. That's $1,200 of their trip paid for by Chase. So plan ahead, and also go check out my 2-player video after this one to learn other ways to hack trips and max your points. Okay? Moving on. Next, no foreign transaction fees. If you know, you know. It might not sound big, but it is. Once I leave the country, I'm usually only paying with this card for this reason. If you don't fully understand the dollar conversion rates to the US, first, always pay in the local currency. Chase will handle the conversion rates for you, which is usually less depending on what country you're in, and you still don't get charged. The other reason why I use this card outside of the US is because Amex is not widely accepted globally. It's just not. But one thing I will always accept is a new friend to the community. You're always welcome here. Just hit that subscribe button and take off your shoes. And to celebrate, if you hit that like button, it'll light up and some confetti will pop out. I'm serious, try it out. All right, at number 4, staying on the global topic, is the next benefit I love about this card, and that's the global entry or TSA pre-check credit it provides every 4 years. As someone who travels internationally multiple times a year and prefers not to wait in slow-moving lines, this comes in handy every time I re-enter the US, as global entry stations are ridiculously fast. You just walk up to it, scan your face, and you're done and through customs. The amount of time this saves, I can't even quantify. But if you've entered the US through Newark Airport, you understand. It also helps when taking a flight out, as global entry includes TSA PreCheck. Even if you're not traveling internationally yet, you future-proof yourself for when you are. Now, this perk is not exclusive to the Reserve card. Lots of cards offer this. In fact, I have 2 cards which provide this benefit. So it works well for my family, as I use one credit for myself and my other for my son. And for my Canadian neighbors to the north, I see you up there. You can use this credit for Nexus instead. For some other travel benefits this card offers, at number 5 is free Priority Pass access. Priority Pass offers you and a companion access to over 1,400 airport lounges globally, but that's not all. As you will also get a $28 credit for you and a companion at select Priority Pass restaurants in various airports as well. So when the lounge is crowded or far from your gate, you can hop into a restaurant instead. I've done this often in San Francisco airport at the F gates because it saves me from using one of my United Club passes. At number 6 is the primary reason most people get this card, and that's the 50% boost on points when redeemed through the Chase Travel Portal. I know some people will tell you not to use your points in travel portals, but it can work in your favor at times. For one, if you're new to traveling, rest assured that you're getting 1.5 cents per point at a minimum. And 2, when you book through the Chase Travel Portal, Chase works as a travel agent on your behalf and they pay for your ticket. And because that trip is paid with cash by someone, you can get frequent flyer miles when you fly. I'll repeat that. I can book with Chase, and when I fly, I get miles. Real life, a few months ago, I flew to Hawaii with my family. It cost us 55,000 Chase points, but then we earned over 20,000 frequent flyer miles when we took the flight, which we can use for another trip in the future. I'll let you calculate the value there, but as you see, it's another travel option to consider. In addition to that, for number 7, we have Chase's vast list of transfer partners who speak directly to my soul and passport. All my favorite parts of the world and parts I want to go to can all be transferred to a Chase partner. This is why I value Chase points so much in my setup. They have United, Air France, Singapore, Intercontinentals, which are under IHG, Marriott, Hyatt, and more. All great partners if you want to travel comfortably. Moving on, this card doesn't just provide travel benefits. My next 3 points are all lifestyle benefits I take advantage of as well. Let me explain. Number 8 is the Instacart Plus membership and a free $15 Instacart credit each month, currently available through July 2024. If you're not familiar with Instacart, it's an online grocery app that has multiple retailers in it. You select your eggs, bread, and milk online, and someone does the shopping for you and then delivers it to your house. Simple enough. Now, the Instacart Plus costs $99 a year and waives delivery fees and also provides you better delivery time options. So that's covered your first year. And as for the $15 credit each month, just like the $300 travel credit, once it hits your statement, it immediately comes off. No extra work required. That's a free $180 of groceries in a year. Now, the other reason I like this is for Costco. If you don't have a Costco membership, you can still shop at Costco through Instacart, even though you're not a member. Okay, I gotta do it. Point stack alert. Pay attention. If you have any grocery or drugstore cards like a Freedom Unlimited, the Flex, or an Amex Gold, do this. Make your card online or in the app. Then go to the grocery store, CVS, Walgreens, or whatever, and buy an Instacart gift card for the total of your cart minus $15.01. You could also buy their gift card on Amazon if you don't want to leave the house or if you get extra points there. Now add your gift card to your account and finish paying the remaining $15.01 with your reserve card. Depending on which card you have and its reward, instead of just getting 1 point per dollar plus the $15 off, you could be getting 4, 5, even 6 points per dollar and $15 off every month from Costco without leaving the house. You're welcome. Getting back to it, at number 9 is 10 points per dollar on Lyft rides and 2 free years of Lyft Pink, which costs $199 per year. Lyft Pink provides you discounts, car upgrades, and priority pickups, especially at airports. As for the 10 points per dollar, once again, it's automatic. You just have to pay with your reserve card in the app. See the trend here? Chase makes it super easy to get your rewards and benefits. No hoops or ladders to run and jump through like other cards. In addition, if you also have the Bilt card and link your Lyft account, Bilt will also give you 2 points per dollar, even though you're not paying with their card. So 12 points per dollar for each ride. Literally the easiest point stack to get. And for number 10, DoorDash DashPass subscription and a free $5 in-app credit each month. This also works for Caviar, as they're now one and the same. So it works for either. But once again, a free subscription that can prioritize your delivery while waiving delivery fees. This may not sound like much, but when my flight lands late in the day, as I'm waiting for my 12 point per dollar Lyft ride, I'm on DoorDash. I want food at my front door or in my hotel lobby when I get there. Also, for the parents out there, those nights you don't feel like cooking, and you know what I'm talking about, it might not be much, but it's a perk that can be easily used every month. I also have another point stack hack for this, but I'm gonna save it for a different video. If you have this card, let me know in the comments how you use it and what you find most valuable. And if you're thinking about getting it or upgrading from the preferred card, I hope this helps. And I'll also leave my referral link down below. I might do a video like this for all the cards I'll never cancel. What do you think? Anyway, let's keep the party going. Check out one of these videos here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.